going on, everybody? Rabid here, and here today we are looking at AAAWave's new mining frame, the Dredge 2. Now, I do have their very first sluice right here. That is my test bench that I do use for testing GPUs and whatnot. And then we upgrade to the sluice 2, which is this 10 GPU mining frame. And if you are used to building, like say a beta frame that I have back there in the corner there, then you would definitely love these, because this was way easier to build, probably under 15 minutes. You could slap that one together right there. But now that brings us to the Dredge 2. Now, I don't know what the Dredge 1 is, or if there is a Dredge 1. I haven't really seen the Dredge 1, but it doesn't matter, because now we have the Dredge 2, and it's a higher number, so it's better, right? Well, I think it is. And putting this thing together, it's probably the fastest mining frame I've ever put together. I was almost waiting for more parts, looking around saying, hey, there's got to be more to this thing to put together, because just looking at it straight away, I'll show you here, putting this thing together, counting the bottom here, there is only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces that have to go together, plus all your fans and everything. So it's pretty insane, pretty fast. But before we actually look into this and how to build it, I do want to show you a couple things. I want to show you some of the extras, because you always need this when it comes to building any type of mining rig. Now, that is the power switch. Unlike the traditional right here, traditional switch, which is a push button, this is literally a switch. As you see, I'll activate it. There you go, quick thing. So this is a nice touch, nice little different style switch here. And now they also have all these extra screws. Now these will work for putting in all your GPUs. And I believe they're also interchangeable with their 10 GPU mining frame, the Sluice 2. If you would like to purchase either this mining frame, their 10 GPU mining frame, and the first version of the Sluice, if they do still have it in stock, I cannot guarantee stock on that, but at least the 10 GPU one and this new Dredge 2, just use code AAARM20 for $20 off their mining rig frames. That's AAARM20 for $20 off. Now, they also sell hard drives, which I have one here that I have a 4 terabyte hard drive from AAAWave. And as well, they also have nice risers. These are version 009s, and code AAA, which is AAARM10, will grant 10% off other accessories like their hard drives over there, or their risers, anything else you do need from AAAWave. So we can kind of go over some pros and cons now. There aren't too many cons that I can personally think of myself. I really like the way this frame goes together. It's nice and fast. What it all has to go for you now. I don't know why we would really need fans in the top. Like all together, you can put like 18 fans in this thing. So 5 in the front here, 5 here, 4 on each side. So it'll be like 18 fans total. Now I can see these ones, intake blowing in, then having some exhaust fans back here for the 5 blowing out. The hot air out would work. And down here, I can see myself, once I fill more cards into this, I can see putting some fans at the bottom here to blow in your power supply and whatnot to help keep it cool. But once you fill this finally up, I think fans here would potentially just be hitting the back plate here some, which could help for 3090s, but it's not going to do anything for the fans that are all over here. So putting fans here could just end up being a waste of power. Again, who knows? It could be a totally different scenario, which leads us to a bunch of pros where this thing is totally stackable. Now you can put other rigs right on top of it. Now, depending how you run it, you might not be able to actually do that. Just like in our 10 GPU mining frame right there, I like to run everything nice and low. As you can see, there's different settings, so you can run it at the bottom or up top to run it higher. I like to keep it low and this up high. That way you do get the center flow coming from your fans going right onto your heatsink back here. Now, if I was to run this up on the top one, then my card would be sitting right about up here, just flush level with this level, and then your cables would also be going over top of this, and that could prevent you from stacking future rigs on top of each other, because it is flat right here. Now it does kind of go up, or I can't get my finger in there, but it does go up a ridge just that little bit here, so you kind of have some play, but it will rest here and this will go up and fill that. But again, I like to run it nice and low, because again, you can have your fan come all the way down, and then this will be running right in through here, and you have your fans directly in front of the heat sinks, keep your cards nice and cool. Another bonus feature that is also coming from their 10 GPU frame, or that's a 12 GPU frame. I don't know why I keep calling it 10. This is a 6 to 10, and the Sluice 2 is a 12 GPU frame, 6 top, 6 bottom. So that's a nice frame as well. But they have the same concept here with this middle bar. You can do the same thing depending what you do with this bar here. You can move it up one, down one, or move it back or forward. I like to keep it forward close to here, because as we know, some cards are longer and shorter than others. So, you know, you can put it down and you can have it resting back here, like on this RevTech board, it'd be back here. This card here is a little longer, so it'll be resting down in the corner where a lot of people do run their rigs. But I like to run it closer because card measurements are always the same. PCI Express slots to the back of your normal PC case are always the same. So it'll be resting on your riser every time. And it's always good to have the weight of your card on your riser. That way you don't have to worry about it ever coming loose or falling off if the clips or something does not work. And that way, because if it ever does come loose, you could fry either your actual GPU or the riser itself from that connection in there. So I always like to have weight from the GPU onto the riser, and doing this by sitting it, resting it on that bar through the front always matches up no matter what size card you do have. So that is always a plus in my books. For GPU spacing, as we kind of saw here, once you start fitting 6 or whatever to its capacity, your GPUs are starting to get fairly close together. Now in this one, it is rated for up to rated or whatever, but it does have enough slots and room to fit 10 GPUs altogether. Now again, if you did do that, I wouldn't really recommend it, but this would be the perfect size for, like we said in previous videos with the other frame right there, 7 to 9 GPUs, because then you can get some decent spacing in here, and then you can get the fan, the airflow from these fans blowing in between your cards. That way they're not all packed together like a server case, but a server case, different scenario, everything's enclosed. It's like a wind tunnel and it works as intended. Open rig frames like this is the way they're intended to be, and if you get them too close, you could cause heating issues, which is why I like to have them spread out a little bit, which would make this a perfect 7 to 9 card GPU mining frame. Obviously, I'm using a 1200 watt server PSU in my Ergo rig right here. These are cards that are 4 gigabytes or a 3060 version 2 LHR that can't really mine Ethereum too well unless you're burning up too much power. So I turned this into my Ergo rig. Anyway, we're using the server power supply. Now there is tabs here. You can see we can fit 2 ATX power supplies if needed, so 2 1200 watts or whatever, depending on the GPUs and power capacity you are needed. And there's plenty of room for possibly 2 motherboards side by side if that's the way you want to go as well. Like maybe slap a motherboard over here, slap a motherboard over there, and then throw a big power supply in the middle. Could potentially fit as well. I have not tried that out, so I don't know if it would actually work. Now again, in order to get it right, you'd have to 3D print your own standoffs or something, because it does only have the holes in the middle for the motherboard, but it doesn't mean we don't have other options here. We can totally work something out if we wanted to get 2 motherboards or something into here with a big PSU in the middle. But as stated, if you wanted to run the certain one, you know, you just get like a B250 mining expert, one in the middle, power supply on each side, and you're good to go. Here I am again, server power supply. No issues so far anyway. So I don't know guys, this pretty much does sum up this video. Let me know in the comments, are you guys using this mining frame? Did you know it even existed yet? Do you plan on getting one? Let me know in the comments. I really do enjoy this frame. I'd obviously like to get more, but just because of their stackability as well, because being able to stack frames, and I think this thing would look pretty sweet all stacked up, even if, you know, colored everything out, you know, gave it all a paint job or something. You can do multiple tiers of different colors. There's a whole bunch of possibilities you can do with this, but I think this is a nice clean look, very easy to build, and really great GPU mining frame in general. One last time, if you did miss it or fast forwarded earlier, AAA RM20 will give you 20% off their mining frame. So this one here, the Dredge 2 or the Sluice 2 over there, or if you want to get some of their accessories like their risers or even a hard drive or something from them for Chia mining and whatever you want to do, that is AAA RM10 for 10% off other accessories. So please hit that subscribe button, thumbs up button. Thanks for watching guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Rabid out. Thank you for watching everyone. If you haven't, please comment, subscribe, and like this video, as well as check out one of these other videos if you have not seen it yet. I do try to stream every Saturday and Sunday, so stay tuned for more future content.